Welcome to Playback Podcast, where we discuss current events and affairs that take place within the entertainment industry. From pop culture to trends to music, we will play back some of the hottest and most controversial topics. So sit back and press play. Hey guys, this is the Playback Podcast and this is episode 3. It is your girl Lara Valentine and I have the amazing
Ray to the play to the house.
Ray Playhouse, okay.
In at the building.
Okay. So today we are talking about Wiley, we are talking about Stormzy.
We are talking about the Gala, GRM Gala.
We're talking about Rock Nation Brunch. But we're just going to get straight into it. So
let's start with the Brunch versus the Gala.
Okay.
Why wasn't I invited? First and foremost to the GRM Gala. Mad violation. UK
well, I wasn't invited either, but you know.
UK rate me still. Then obviously I'll bring Lara.
I'll bring him. I'll put him as my plus one.
On,
okay,
you know my thing, man.
You'll be my plus one.
You know my thing, but they got first of all.
Yeah. Big up Posty.
Looked absolutely fantastic. The visuals have been looking amazing. The media has been 10 for 10.
As GRM, your visuals should be amazing.
Yeah, but they really went for it.
Yeah.
Very, very clean. Everybody looked fantastic.
Yep.
And that 360 camera shot thing they've been doing.
Yeah. Lit.
Top marks for that. But the discussion has been the comparison between the Gala
Nation
versus the Rock Nation.
Why is this
is that the UK Rock Nation brunch?
No.
So what is it?
Not the UK Rock Nation brunch.
It came across a bit like an awards kind of presentation kind of thing.
Yeah.
For the elite.
I feel like it was just like an industry party. It was like an industry night, industry party in celebration of GRM. GRM is a big music platform that people put. I feel like, but to compare it to the Rock Nation brunch, I just feel like that's a bit of a stretch.
I think people need to understand, you know,
the Rock Nation
you can't make the comparison because the Rock Nations are legends. They're the legends of the game.
Legends
that come together and have one iconic moment.
Yeah.
Don't make the comparison.
What is Rock Nation Brunch? Rock Nation Brunch is what? It's a pre-Grammy. It's a pre-Grammy party, a pre-annual Grammy party.
I don't even know what is pre or after. All I know
is it's a pre-annual Grammy party for the Grammy Awards.
The Kings, you know what I'm saying? You know, J House. I said J House.
J House.
Days.
J House for the Rock Nation.
I said, like it's been like Jay-Z, P Diddy, and you know them, you know, coming together with a lot of their friends. Because for me, I get the vibe. It's a lot more of like personal. Yeah. It's not so much industry based. It's a lot more, you know, like friends, like
I had this also in celebration of artists in general. To be honest.
What you trying to JRM?
No, I'm talking about Rock Nation.
But I don't think the Rock Nation thing is not just about artists. I think their thing is literally, I am P Diddy, I'm Jay-Z, and you know we are calling all of our friends from all around. Yeah. You know, this is our annual brunch. You know, and you can see it's very personal. They're silly. They dance. You know, they get drunk with each other. Like you know, and it's very kind of like friends. My G kind of. You know, and it's just a thing because they're the legends.
What is the even comparison with GRM? I heard that a bunch of people online were basically saying that London could never, or the UK, let's say the UK could never have something like the Rock Nation brunch just because of the amount of stuff that goes on in the UK. We had the Rated Awards show, which obviously got shut down because of the whole violence situation. Got shut down. What was the recent was it a award show or what happened that there was also another violent situation and Miss Banks performed, but I don't think it got shut down. And if Crep's chain got robbed or what happened?
Oh, where were they?
I don't know what it was called.
Yeah. Oh, where were they, man?
What was it called?
Another award ceremony.
Yeah, something like that.
Was it X-rated?
Was it X-rated? No.
Are you
I
sure?
don't think so. Rated awards shows shut
rated
down from
awards
that's
shows,
that's shut down from the violence,
so when was
stabbing
it?
or whatever.
This
One was not too long, too long ago. And Crep's chain got robbed. He even ended up in hospital, right? Yeah, he did. He ended up.
Is that the same thing where that guy got stabbed and said that Gigs did the stabbing allegedly? Oof.
Allegedly, I don't know about it. I
same?
didn't even hear Gigs got
Into
that.
that?
Yeah,
We're gonna look into that. We're gonna look into that and get the full story on that.
Yeah, defo.
But yeah, like the comparison can't really be made.
No, but what do you think about the whole thing in London that we couldn't never have something as big as that just because of the whole violence? What some of our biggest artists are still kind of connected to the whole violence and the streets, and
the UK has got to learn to do our thing and stop looking at and trying to compare what the Americans are doing. Honestly. Americans got their culture, we've got our culture, and that's it. We have to learn how to do our thing and manage.
We need to appreciate our thing more.
You think that when Americans do their things and their shows and there's not violence and there's not things that we don't hear about. There's lots and lots of shows that are not in the mainstream.
We need to appreciate our thing more because a lot of they are copying a lot of stuff that we're doing and making it more mainstream.
They love what we do.
They do love what we do. Did you also see how, just bringing it up, that RIP Pop Smoke, but people were saying that, you know how Pop Smoke came over to London, everyone was putting him up, everyone was trying to take pictures with him, everyone is supporting the thing. Even when someone dies from America, everyone from the UK is putting it up. But they're saying, but when one of ours kind of dies, or when one of ours passed, no one gives a shit. no one gives a toss. It was even Russ that said it, right? Yeah, who died that Russ said it? I don't even know who died. Who died? Someone died, man. Anyway.
He's always saying something.
He was saying that when someone in the UK dies, no one gives a shit. When your brethren from up the road dies, no one gives a shit. But when someone from America dies, everyone puts it up and it becomes mainstream and everything like that.
But, you know, I think we touched on this a bit in episode 1 about, you know, how, you know, the UK just needs to hail up the UK a lot more. We need to see ourselves as a big power. Though. We need to see ourselves as a big power. American and the American music industry and entertainment see themselves as a big power. If we feel like we're a big power, then every time Americans give us a bit of limelight, we shouldn't get so excited in that sense. Yeah. In that sense. Because it happens every single time. But then again, American industry is bigger than the UK team. It's bigger.
In the sense of doing events and doing award shows and having artists come, because a lot of UK artists, they have beef with each other and all of that stuff. So in terms of the violence thing, do you feel like it would ever work if we ever did get to a level where we could do a Rock Nation brunch? Not in the same as Rock Nation, but listen, you know what I mean.
Listen, like I said before, I think the Rock Nation thing is a lot more friends thing. It's a lot more.
It's London, we miss cruddy over here.
Yeah, it's a lot more friends thing. So there can be a UK one, but it just probably wouldn't be as big because, you know, we're not as big as America, first of all, and, you know, not everyone doesn't like each other, but there can be an intimate affair with the elites. Do you know what I'm saying? If that's what everyone's looking for, of course there can be an intimate affair with the elites. But to make that comparison to Jay-Z and P. Diddy and them man there have been doing this for years and years and years. Them man have made timeless records. How many British artists have made many timeless records that are from the urban industry?
And their shit is definitely like, it's invite only, no invite, no inside, security is tight. Us in the UK, security or no security, shit will get cracking. Cracking.
Look, it's a respect thing. Do you understand? None of these gangsters, even if they didn't like each other, I don't think they would go to Rock Nation and disrespect.
Yeah, not there. But if someone did it in London, they would.
That's what it's the respect thing. Do the London artists put their beef and everything before the professionalism and how they should be acting when they're amongst other people from the industry? Can London people put that aside? If the answer is no, then of course these things can't happen. London artists have to learn how to act accordingly in certain environments. At the same time, that could come across as being fake. Yeah. You got a beef with my man over maybe a death from your side or whatever it is. You've seen somebody, you've been talking the crowd on the music. Yeah. Of course you're going to have to get it cracking.
So do you, because if artists have beef, do you feel like events and entertainers or entertainment people, producers, people that put this stuff together, do you think they have to, when they know people have beef, do they have to think and say, okay, we can't invite this person because this person has beef with this person, we can't invite this person because, like, Culture Fuzz and J House, they still can't kind of put them in a room together.
Yes, of course.
Like Cardi and Nicki, it's like Cardi and Nicki, that situation, you know, Cardi was never going to let it go. She saw her
You have
to
take these things into consideration.
Yeah.
But there's been times in history where things have kicked off. Like, even in America, there's been times where things have kicked off. So it's not uncommon.
Yeah.
Like, people got beef and people don't care, and people go on stage, say this, say that, it's offensive, and, you know, things get cracking backstage.
Yeah.
It just depends on, does the media get a latch on that? Do they know about it? Was it well concealed? Do you know what I'm saying? So these things happen. Do you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think forever and a day, the UK is constantly be comparing ourselves to America. Why?
Like, look, because we're looking for validation.
No, but why? Because they are bigger than us. They are bigger. The American music and entertainment industry is huge. The country in itself is huge. There's more people.
Like Stormzy said he's not going to beg off the Americans. What tune did he say? He was just like, allow begging the Americans.
Well, you know,
you man beg the Americans too much.
Yeah, well, you know, obviously at the same time, you know, Jay-Z did shut him, and he said, you know, he turned down the track because he felt it wasn't right.
Yeah.
Do I think he used that to make a statement to back up his point a little bit? Yes, you know.
Do you think?
But then again, we wasn't in the studio. We didn't hear the music. We didn't hear the beat. So only those people that were in there will know whether Stormzy was like, you know what, I just really wasn't feeling it, or was he just not feeling it because he doesn't want to betray what he's been saying. He doesn't want to betray what he's been saying about, you know, we big up Americans.
I feel like, I don't know about him talking about it, but I feel like what he was saying, I did respect it in the fact that he said that, okay, he heard it and it just didn't sound right to him. Because I feel like I'm the type of person that if just because he is who he is Jay-Z and he is American, and I don't even know why he had him on a song called Take Me Back to London. Anyway, that just doesn't make sense. But he said he wasn't rocking with it, and I feel like for him to even speak up and say, okay, it's not working, I respect that a lot. He even said Jay-Z respects it. It's just the fact that you know,
and it was a big shock and a big turn down.
It's just
to
like
turn down Jay
everything
to
that
Z,
goes on now,
you know?
does it have to be put out in the media? How do you feel about him speaking on it and letting everyone know that he did that now?
Once again.
But then again, is it because, do we feel this way because it's Jay-Z, he shouldn't be saying that? Do you know what I mean? Or is it because if it was another person, we wouldn't really care too much, you know, that he said it?
At the end of the day, we all want to know what's going on. Yeah. That's how we're talking about it. So, you know, when things happens with artists, they're going to talk about it, because what else are they going to talk about? If they're planning an album or something, it doesn't go through, it's a talking point. Yeah. If they ain't got no bad blood and it's not disrespecting and it's something that happened, by all means, discuss it. Do you know what I mean? I don't think he spoke about it anyway. He was just letting people know what's been going on. Yeah. You know, and he's having that relationship with us, the consumer, you know, his fans, you know, getting a bit more into his life, because, you know, we connect very well with artists that kind of let us in. Yeah.
Stormzy is another person that he likes to pay homage. But, okay, so how do you feel about Wiley getting pissed that people are not paying homage to him? Because Wiley is a pioneer in this game. I feel like Wiley, he's ruining his name as the Godfather.
Listen,
now.
Wiley, I think Wiley's just doing all of this for a laugh. I don't actually think Wiley gives a toss, because Wiley is very accomplished. I think my man is bored and he's just doing this for a complete laugh. Like he's just doing it because he can.
He's a troll.
By the way, we need to understand this is the same person that, you know, didn't show up to his own event, didn't show up to Eskimo Dance, didn't show up to his music video shoot.
He didn't show up to the bossy music. He didn't show up.
He's an absolute troll. He's doing this on purpose, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know.
He didn't show up, but then he was the same guy crying on Instagram, not crying literally, but crying on Instagram that Skepta didn't invite him to his birthday party. Was that what he was crying about?
All these things, I think he does it just for attention, innit? But, you know, moving on swiftly, like, Wiley just does mad things in it. Yeah. Stormzy, fantastic, you know, Heavy is the Head, amazing album. Yep. What's your thoughts on that?
I feel like the album is amazing. I feel like Stormzy, I like the way he, I don't know, the way he articulates himself through the music is amazing. I feel like, apart from him being known as a grime artist, I feel like he's really ventured off and shown his versatility in terms of this music. But I feel like, you know, Wiley complaining that, oh, if he's a grime artist, he should be doing grime. What's all this pop stuff? I feel like he can still be a grime artist and still show us your versatility in his music.
Me and you argued about this a bit earlier on. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? I can understand in that era. Yes, you can be versatile. But for me personally, like, a lot of the, like, I see Stormzy as more than a grime artist.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't naturally refer to him as a grime MC. That's just me. I think he's developed and evolved so much.
Yeah.
And he puts out so much different music now. He sings, he raps, he does the grime thing. It's very versatile. I don't actually have a certain genre or stigma to put onto Stormzy.
Yeah.
I think he's just so well accomplished. And in that area, I can understand why Wiley says, you know, you're meant to be a grime MC, because grime MC is like very...
Listen, I feel like all of that he's just chatting shit. Listen, even if he is a grime artist, does he have to stick to grime? I feel when you stick to one thing, I don't feel like you evolve in this music game. And I do feel like he is, because I don't feel like I cared for grime that much until Stormzy, to be honest. I feel like he is like a modern day version of grime, also showing his versatility. I feel like if you don't show your versatility in this music game, we just get tired of you. He has to keep it. I feel like Wiley is definitely pissed off that Stormzy is the modern day version of grime. And this is what is even annoying, is that Stormzy has said so many times he's shown Wiley homage. Even in the song, I can't remember the song. He was just like, "Oh, Wiley's my big bro." He gave a shout out to Wiley, but Wiley.
Shout out to my big bro Wiley. That's a bad man from early.
Yeah. So I don't understand what the problem is. I just feel like Wiley's a bit jealous. Like,
I don't think Wiley's jealous. I think
he's a bit
tiny
jealous.
bit, but I think literally he's just trolling. He's just he's just doing his thing for the media. He's keeping himself relevant.
Yeah,
as well.
I was gonna say that. Because without Stormzy, without him picking at Stormzy, we wouldn't even be having this conversation about Wiley.
There's nothing wrong with that.
We would not be having this conversation. I feel like naturally, when you have beef with someone who has bigger numbers than you, it's automatically a win in certain aspects. Yeah, because he's gotten numbers just because of Stormzy. Do you know what I mean?
Let's not discredit Bossy. You know, a recent release.
Yeah.
You know, great features on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's definitely keeping him trendy.
Definitely. So, in terms of the beef, in terms of the back and forth,
bruv,
Stormzy bullied you.
Bruv, I'm not gonna lie. Look.
Wiley, Stormzy bullied you.
I think you're following. I think you're following what everyone else on.
Why?
Yes,
you mean?
Did his
You
thing,
think I'm following what everyone else is on?
Wiley wasn't shit. Wiley wasn't shit.
Listen.
Wiley wasn't shit. It's just that Stormzy just came harder. Wiley did his thing. Wiley, but you people are making it seem as if like Wiley was dead and Stormzy over, like.
He was dead. Maybe it's just because I'm not really into. He was dead. I wasn't. He was dead. Wiley,
he wasn't dead.
He was dead.
He brought up a lot.
Lara is telling you that you was dead. What was the point?
A lot of the things he was throwing at Stormzy, and me, a person, I just think he's just like picking on certain things that, you know, like a grime clash would do. That's why I said that I don't think this thing is really personal. I don't think what Wiley's doing is personal. I think Wiley is just going to say on anything.
I feel like the fact that he keeps talking and doing this is making it personal.
If Wiley could say something about my man's forehead and try to make it a thing, he would say it. Do you know what I mean? Whereas Stormzy is coming from a place where you disrespected, because this whole thing kicked off when he said, what did he say online? Something about his mum.
Yeah.
That's how this whole thing. Wiley disrespected Stormzy's mum, and that's when Stormzy changed the whole pitch. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's actually the jumpstart of this thing.
What did he say? He said something like he's gonna. But what did he say about he's gonna come
snatch off his mum's wig
and Croydon?
Do you know what I'm saying?
Alright, cool. That's the only thing.
That wasn't even the first
from
one.
that beef.
I'm sure the
that
first
Wiley has said that I remember.
Online.
That's it.
Do you know what I'm saying? So this whole thing, this whole beef thing, for Wiley, I think, is not that deep. But for Stormzy, it's a mad disrespect. Because like you said, he's been paying Wiley mad homage before. He's been saying on interviews.
He said that he did the Wiley flow. He said he did the Wiley flow.
I haven't got no issue with Wiley, this and that. But Wiley keeps digging. And I think Wiley's just digging because he's Wiley. He's just doing,
that doesn't mean because you're Wiley, that doesn't mean you can come and disrespect me.
That whole kind of, I'm your big brother and I'm just going to,
you're gonna bully me,
piss you
and
off,
I'm gonna show you who the
real
big bro is. I'm gonna show you who the real big bro is. Okay.
He wants a reaction, and he's been getting a reaction from Stormzy, and he is chuffed for it. Do you know what I'm saying? Stormzy's called him out now and said, "Raw, come and clash me on live radio." He's not on it, and he's dragging it out. And all these things. I feel
like this beef showed the versatility in Stormzy. I feel like it showed how Stormzy's modern day version of what he would classify as grime or whatever his genre is, showed through that freestyle to Wiley, regardless of what he was saying, just the talent in his deliverance, his flow, the way he dropped punchlines. It was rude but funny at the same
Wiley,
time.
Man, I'm still disappointed. Cold. Like, it was simple, but so
effective.
And that's why we like Stormzy. His delivery on things is so clean.
His energy, his flow, his deliverance, his energy, everything. Amazing. I feel like Stormzy can give us energy and say nothing and it'll be lit.
And at the same time, this actually showed us the grime element to Stormzy.
Yeah.
So technically, it also kind of validated Stormzy on that side as well.
Yeah.
Because he released Heavy as the Head and still came out and did these things and was moving cold 24-hour responses.
So what did it do for Wiley?
It made him become a talking topic. We're here talking about Wiley when we wasn't talking. We would have never mentioned Wiley without him coming to do this trolling thing.
That's a troll.
Yeah, he's a troll. 100%. He is a troll. He is a troll. He's doing it for the clout and to be a talking topic. And you know what? I'm not gonna follow him for that.
I don't think you should be doing that.
He's a godfather that doesn't just want to be sitting there saying Godfather. No, he doesn't want to be there like old man. Don't forget me. I'm out here and I'm actually just. I'm just gonna hear trouble. I'll trouble whoever I feel like troubling.
The newcomers, like
he's not supporting him. He's like a London
Nicki Minaj, fam. You're there beefing with all the newcomers. Like it doesn't make sense. Wanting people to give you homage by force, by fire, even though they're already giving you homage.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Stormzy has been paying him homage, but that's why I say once again, he's just doing it for the clout, for the views, just to be the talk of the town, just to be in the headlines. He's causing trouble. He's just like that kid on the playground that just causes. He's bored, causing trouble.
He tried to come for Ed Sheeran. Ed Sheeran gave a classy reply through a letter. Ed Sheeran wrote a nice letter to Wiley, classy. But okay, what do you think about Poet Corner? Yeah, talking about how Stormzy is not really giving us the urban music anymore. He said that in urban places, in urban parties and stuff like that, he's not played. Like if me and you were out, we would not play Stormzy. That's what Poet was kind of saying. He said that he agrees with Wiley in that aspect. Yeah,
that's what I was trying to pick up on before. That's what I'm saying. Like, right now, you know what I'm saying? He's very mainstream. I like his music, Lessons, the tracks from the album are fantastic. But in the rave, like urban type of thing, no, not really, because you can't really play those kind of vibes. And like I said, grime and those kind of heavier tunes, those urban-y tunes, they're not really party vibes.
It's
so
not.
What Poet Corner is saying is true, and that's why I think
Wiley's.
I don't take right now Stormzy as grime MC. I just see him as one of UK's most fantastic rappers that is extremely versatile.
In terms of what Poet was saying, I just feel like with doing what they're talking about with the urban and keeping it grime and all of that, there's only so much you could do. There's only so much you can take it to. Do you know what I mean? I feel like Stormzy wouldn't be as big as he is now if he didn't show us some versatility in terms of his
100%.
music. Do you know what I mean? And in terms of the urban thing, we're not buying the music. Us urbaners, we're not buying the music. We're not buying the tickets to go to the concerts. We're not going to the shows. We're not going to the shows. When Stormzy does his shows outside London, does Glastonbury, he does all these other stuff. When he goes to like Reading and all these places,
it's mad.
The fans are there.
And you can see the demographic. It's not urban.
It's not urban.
And do you know what? No matter what, but you have to make money in this thing. It's also a business. He has to make the music that sells.
Yeah.
Artists can't just make music for us, the black, the skin tone, or the urban, if you want to call it urban, to beat around the bush. But if you want to be raw about it, you can't just be making music for black people, because like you said, we don't like to buy.
We don't buy.
And even if we're buying, man, tickets like
we support by sitting in the house saying, do you know
what I'm saying?
That's about it.
We're not gonna buy it. So my guy has to make commercial music, get radio plays. He has to play music that can be played on every single platform, that can be used for adverts, films, whatever it is. And as an artist, I think he covers all the areas. He still makes sure he makes rap music, grime music, commercial music, pop music. He sings. He makes music that talks about his music, his feelings. For example, Lessons, where he's writing a letter to Maya Jama about the breakup, and he's very open about that.
Cute, man.
Do you know what I mean? And I love it when the artists show a little bit of their vulnerability. Krept and Conan, and especially Krept and rest in peace, Cadet. You know, that kind of emotional.
Yeah.
It's great to see
Yeah.
that side because
The letter to
I
my
think
cousin.
we forget that artists are humans and they have emotions and feelings. So Stormzy is not afraid to bring those sides out of him at all. And in the interview, you know, that I watched, you know,
wait, Stormzy, bossy, what? Is that Grime?
it's not, it's commercial. It's like pop.
That's not Grime.
But Wiley also done bare pop.
That's not
Bare
Grime.
pop.
I'm just confused. That's
The pop was banged.
That's
Get
not-
me, but
That's not Grime. And it's his pop stuff
Yeah,
that has got
that's
the
pop.
numbers.
Bang,
It's the
bang,
it's the
bang,
pop
bang.
stuff that's got the numbers because I don't remember
like
anything
Rolex
Grime.
and stuff like that. That's not Grime.
Rolex Sweet. Was it Rolex
Yeah.
Sweet?
No. What's that
Nah.
one?
Do you remember Midnight Love? Be a midnight.
You've been watching Playback Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell.